Hi class, many of you have been running into issues with the 3D tool in Photoshop. Some of you aren't, some of you are. So for that, I've created a quick little video here for you as a workaround to get around this. Now Photoshop is phasing 3D out because primarily Photoshop is for photographers and not for creating 3D projects. So I suspect Adobe is going to come out with a separate program that is just specifically for 3D. But in the meantime, let me show you a quick workaround for that. What I did is I just took the type tool, okay, and I just typed out, I used Arial Black because it's a nice bold typeface and it looks similar to the one in the book, and I just clicked, okay, and I used all caps and I did Road Rage, okay, and I came underneath here and did Road Rage, all right. And so here what I did is, what I originally did is it came out like this, okay, so it was just, when it came out, it looked like that. And so I played around with this just real quickly to make sure that my technique was going to work, and it did, so that's why I'm sharing it with you. So what you're going to do is when you do type this out, it kind of came out like this, right? I did return, and then I just put in a few like that because in the book he has it kind of off, they're not aligned, let me put it that way, and they're not centered. So I just kind of did that, and then I highlighted both of them, and you do Option up arrow on a Mac, Alt up arrow on a PC, and it will bring up the leading, which is the distance between your two lines, like so, like that. And then I just, of course, I chose white as my color, and to do that, of course, when you type it out, it'll be black because your foreground color is black. So I just clicked up here, I chose white, and I clicked OK, like that. All right. Now I'm just going to do Command T or Control T on a PC, and then I'm going to hold down Option on a Mac, Alt on a PC, and I'm just going to enlarge it like so. Okay, just like that. And then I hit Enter, Return. Now what I want to do is I want to make, you can see I already played with this, and it made it work. So that's right here. And so what I came up with is, when I was done with this is what I came up with, which will be perfectly fine, which I'm going to share with you now. So I just did this. What I'm going to do is make a copy. Whoops, I want to make a copy of it. I'm just going to drag this down here and make a copy. Okay. Whoops, I have no idea what had just happened. Let me undo that. Okay. And it's weird. What happened to my text? Alrighty, well, that was very bizarre. I have no idea what just happened. It's a little glitch. See, it doesn't just happen to you. All right, so anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and use the text that I used earlier. I'm going to make a copy of it, like so. Okay, I'm going to turn this off so that the eyeball's there. So I still have it. So in case like something freaky just happened, had just happened to me, at least I have a copy of it. I'm now going to right-click, and I'm going to come down here and rasterize the type. Now, with that, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to go to Edit, I'm going to go to Transform, and I'm going to go to Perspective. I'm going to grab this the lower right hand or the lower left hand corner. I'm just going to click and drag it out like so, just like that. Okay, and then I hit Enter or Return on my keyboard. And now I'm going to go, I'm going to do Command or Control T, and I'm going to rotate it like so. I might have to rotate it a little bit more, like that. Okay. Enter, Return. If you want it to all fit on the page, you can do Command or Control T, hold Option or Alt, and then just kind of size it down a little bit, like so, and hit Return. I can also go to Edit, Transform, Distort, and I could take the center of this and just kind of bring it down just a little bit like that. Then hit Enter, Return. And now I'm just going to move it up here like that. Now again, if you want to make it larger, Command or Control T, hold Option or Alt, and you can enlarge it a little bit more, like so. Okay, and then I just hit Return. Now all I have to do is just double click on this to apply a layer style, and I'm going to come in here, and this is a little trick I'm going to show you, because if I try doing some of these different things, like inner glow or anything, nothing, I can already tell you none of this is going to work. I think they said texture. You're not going to put a bevel and emboss or anything like this on here. And make sure when you're doing this that you use the words that they use. Some people try to be funny and put vroom or go fast or something like that. Just stick to what is in the textbook, please. So I know that you are learning what I'm asking you to do, because sometimes you guys think you're clever and you get a little bit off base, and then I don't even know if you know what you're doing, or if you you just are, since you couldn't figure it out, you just did something else. So just stick to what the book is saying. You have projects where you can be creative. These, I want you just to follow the book, okay? So don't have any of this done. Here's the trick. Come up here to the word blending options and select it. Come over here to this little slider and this underlining layer. This is how you make text look like it's on a burnt tree, like a tree bark or something that's burned or things like that. But anyway, to show you how you do it, you see this little, there's like a little split between these here and here. This little split, to get this split to break apart, you have to hold down the Option key on a Mac, Alt on a PC. Click on it and start dragging it towards the center. And as I drag it in, you can see how it's starting to kind of break apart, or there's some of the contrast. Do the same thing up here. Option or Alt, click and start dragging it. You see how it starts breaking apart like so? Just like that. It's pretty cool, huh? Then I click OK, and then I come up here, and I think the book said to use linear light. Was it linear dot? No, linear light. And I do that, and now I can just come here and I can lower the opacity. Just like so. Like that. And that's your workaround for the 3D issues in Photoshop. Anyway, I think that it's a lot simpler. I think it works. It works as far as my end is concerned. So anyway, I hope that helped you, and I hope the rest of the book is smooth sailing.